Hi loves, it's Vixen here. Oh my gosh, I look super dark and I'm breaking everything. I am so sorry. How is everyone doing? Wow, I do look super dark. My lighting is not working with me today. So sorry about that. Hope everyone's fantastic. I finally got to Caddy's video. Did not realize it was 3 hours long. Had I known that, I would have done it a lot sooner. But earlier today. Okay, I should be done by 2 o'clock. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah. The ridiculous world of PS1 cheats. Oh, sweet Lord. I haven't used cheat codes in forever. It's been at least 2 decades. Oh. I think the most famous one is what was it? Up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Was it that one? I want to say it is. Vixen, for what game? I totally forgot. I'm old, okay? I'm old and I forget things. Leave me alone. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to Caddy. In 3, 2, 1. 1. There you go. Vintage things. I love it.
I like having a PS1. I like playing the PS1. I like sitting on PS1. I am the PS1.
Why would you
Hey
ruin
everyone,
it?
it's me, recipient's name, but you probably know me better as your name from the YouTube channel, Your Business Name. And did you know that back in the day when we bought a video game, we didn't have to pay for anything else afterwards?
Yep.
Yeah, seriously. I'm not joking. I swear on my nan's life. Actually, no, that's not fair on me. She's not doing so well. There was a time not that long ago when you could walk into a shop, buy a game, take the game home, start the game, dump a load of random button combinations all over the place, break your controller, break your fingers, and then suddenly unlock everything in it. Times were better then. We weren't afraid of getting muddy jeans and cuts on our knees. Break your fingers, kids. More will grow back. Carpal tunnel is a government myth. In pretty much every home console game ever made up until the PS3 and Xbox 360 days, developers would leave secret codes in them to allow anybody to basically do anything you can think of. Sometimes they were left in there accidentally as debug menus during development. Sometimes they were intentionally placed to give you a little leg up on a tricky stage that required a little legging. And sometimes they were complete jokes that did nothing for anybody except ruin a few marriages. Unlimited health, unlimited ammo, visual corruptions, anti-gravity, level skips, KFC bargain buckets, you name it. To the highest extremes of breaking a game down to its line of code and allowing you to become God. To the bottom of the pits and completely useless, like turning on extremely fast reversing for the limo in Driver 2. Buckle up, James Corden! I'm a big fan! When's the next episode of Carpool Funerals? All of this kind of stuff was doable within a few seconds by anybody, and the best part is that you could do all of this degeneracy for free. No microtransactions, no subscriptions, no deluxe edition packs with free mini fridges that break in a week and set your kids on fire. You just had to know what the codes were, input them, and swag off. No, I'm not kidding. I'm childrening. But even though that is technically true, I'm sure you can see the problem that will arise from this. A problem bigger than my face. And that is that unless you know what these free top secret codes were, how are you ever supposed to know what buttons you're going to input into your PS1 controller? Well, by spending money. Okay, so for the majority of us, it wasn't completely free, but come on, getting an entire book full of them as a free gift with a cheap unofficial copy of a cheap unofficial PS1 magazine was more than a fair enough trade-off if you ask me. So today I felt like a little Jimmy around and wanted to stress test this beauty that I've had in my collection ever since the year 2001.
Oh my gosh,
back when I was 7 years old. Planet presents the ultimate A to Z of play stat. We're not talking about those elaborate guidebooks or walkthroughs including including every single secret for you to play through and respect to the developer's intent. We're talking hard, filthy, game-breaking, unfair, rock-stiff, alcoholic cheats. Yeah, in fairness, I did have to buy a magazine back in the day when I got this book, and apparently, on its own, the book is worth £4.99, which is £9.24 in today's money. But even with that being said, the hours of fun I've had from this book far outweighs any small costs like that. And let's be real, would you rather get a large Big Mac meal and 2 cucumber bags, or a 24-year-old book with yellow pages?
24-year-old
You're telling
book.
me that you'd rather have a McDonald's over a piss book? In this book are multiple cheats
I want
for
that piss
exactly
book.
230
Don't take that out of context,
different
please.
PS1 games, which sounds like a lot. So prepare to tell me that I'm great, because in this video I will be knocking off every single game they mention in one form or another. And ironically, not one of them has Buzz Lightyear in it. What's he doing here then? Why is he the front cover? Why is his name on backwards? What's wrong with you, Zub? There's a lot of games to get through, and a lot of ways to break them that don't involve using a hammer. So let's stop johnnying around, grab our DualShocks, slot in our Lara Croft torso-shaped memory cards, and have a good old cheat.
Memory cards. I want the place to stop it.
I am deeply remorseful for what has transpired, and I am deeply sorry to anyone I've ever associated with or worked with who have been hurt or offended by my actions. I am taking the necessary steps to improve myself going forward. But in my defense, she was pointing a very small gun at my willy. Part own. Actually useful cheats. I figured we should start things off nice and easy and go over the cheats in this book that I think are actually pretty useful. Not massively ridiculous or anything, but instead the ones that I think can actually improve the overall experience of whatever you're playing, especially with multiplayer games. Let's be honest, sometimes we'd all like to jump the queue, and cheat codes that unlock every single character, like in the fighting game Cardinal Sin, are just inarguably really useful if you'd like to jump into a match with friends and not have the baggage of spending hours trying to figure out where you can buy a skeleton hand bra with matching vag head. Bloodlines is a capture the flag arena fighter that gives you access to all characters and difficulty options with a simple sequence of buttons. And even better, you can get access to a voice line reader in the options menu, where you get to hear all of these lovable characters' memorable catchphrases like
Jump on home,
Scrawny whelp.
Who does your hair?
You ain't got game. You lame. String bean. Ever heard of a weight room?
and I'm not sure what's worse, listening to all of these munters mouth off 6 variations of one line,
Porcupine head.
Porcupine head.
Porcupine head.
Porcupine head.
or the fact that to make them do that, the code that you use is tongue bath. Along with this, there's also the cooking bowl's worth of cheats for racing games that unlock every track, character, and vehicle, like with Roll Cage Stage 2, for instance. It is great that out of the box you have a soundtrack from Dom and Roland and technical itch, but sometimes you need a bit more than what Dom and or Roland can give you. I love me a good racing game in single player, but I mostly like to play them in multiplayer settings, and if you want to just race somebody right then and there and don't have any completed save data, why shouldn't you just be able to unlock everything immediately? What if the mood doesn't last? You gotta act now before you lose the tingle. Why are you judging me for skipping the QE? The original Roll Cage is another racer in the book that has all unlocked cheats, as is Demolition Racer.
I also forgot to film the game with the smoke machine, and I hope this is...
Although
Stop
in Demolition
it.
Racer's case, you don't only unlock all cars, tracks, and modes, but also completely change the language despite the fact you definitely chose English.
It's my volume, son.
There are also unlock everything cheats for Muppet Race Mania, Ford Racing, Looney Tunes Racing, and Micromaniacs. Do any of you know about this freak of nature? It was named after all of the visitors to this page on the Cleveland Clinic. The game is made by the same people behind Micro Machines and is basically exactly the same game, except the machines are gone and all you're left with are the micros, including this man here that's so upset with what he's got to work with that he's eating his own face.
Nom, 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 nom,
Crash
nom.
Team Racing is another one in the book and is a pretty obvious contender for best PS1 racing game that benefits from an unlock everything cheat. And even better, you know that 100% bonus unlockable scrapbook video? Well, if you don't have the time to get all the relics to unlock it, or you're completely terrible at getting all the relics and are the laughing stock of every Crash Bandicoot themed dinner party you attend, then all you need to do is pop in some buttons and voila, you earned this. Good job. Killer Loop is another racer that pops up in the book to give you everything, but the weirdest thing is that one of the cheats also makes you 25% faster.
Oh, that's
I mean, what do you expect?
disorienting.
And how about those kinds of games that give you a sandbox to play in, but then limit you with not enough months? Well, luckily enough for you, in Theme Park World, and even Civilization 2, you can use cheats from the book that give you loads of money, right in it, man, dem. With cheats like this, you don't even need to worry about playing properly. Who plays theme park games in order to test their managerial budgeting? I want unlimited cash by using the code nickname Bovine, not using a code to call myself my full legal name, Medium Rare, and then holding 3 buttons down to receive $10 million every few seconds. Oh no, Medium Rare has cheated. Quick, somebody tell his wife. Burnt. And with my unlimited funds, I created Turn Back Now Land, a theme park that is nothing but a burger van, an ice cream shop, a row of giant super spinning rides, and one single wooden outhouse toilet hidden behind the ice cream shop, blocked off by a vast expanse of water and one dead tree. And if you think you might be sick or can't hold in your number 2 anymore, don't worry, you can ask for help from one of the 4 animal mascots, gated behind a fence that nobody can get to. Through your bad park planning, one of the little people has got completely stuck. Bitch, that was the point! Similarly to the racing games we just mentioned, you can also get unlock everything cheats for sports games. Once again, perfect for instant multiplayer mashups without needing to do any work. Like with Championship Motocross featuring Ricky Carmichael. Shouldn't he be called Ricky Bike Michael? And in that game, you don't just get access to everything straight away, you can even activate our first of many big head modes that you'll see in this video with the cheat code Gross Teat. Gotta give them credit though, they're not lying. That's certainly the grossest teat I've ever seen. And that's counting all the ones I've seen on chests and heads. Not all that bad for a game that is so real you'll be picking your teeth out of the mud.
But that's ridiculous.
By the way, yes, you will be seeing a lot of big head cheats in the rest of this video.
Yes.
Just like with this game, All-Star Tennis 99, starring him who isn't named, and the Wimbledon champion of 1998 who isn't named. But at least we know who took the photo. Speaking of, I've got a joke about this.
Oh?
What time does Sean Connery watch a match at Wimbledon? Tennis. Today I'm going to play as Gustavo Human, the tennis professional famous for leaving his dinner all over his mouth. And after a quick little shoulder button holding on the pause menu, we don't only get big heads, but big feet as well. Big head mode in general is very common, but having more body parts included makes all the difference. Look at this. It's the Nike IKEA collab. This is completely worth it just to watch your players struggle with the weight of 2 buses on the ends of their feet. And that's not all. Then you get to watch them run. I'm gonna get you! Look at the state of the back of your head, man. You look like a gone-off broccoli. A very similar big head mode can even be found in this game, Ninja Shadow of Darkness. But in this dude's case, he's not only got a giant head and giant feet, but giant hands as well. This changes everything. And as a bonus, he also has access to the deadliest tool in the ninja's arsenal. Swimming flippers. Now, I don't know why big head modes were such a prevalent thing back in the day.
It's
I
funny.
don't get it. Stop asking me. It makes me feel very inadequate. But equally, I don't want anything else in my life other than this. So these cheats make me very happy whenever I see them. If any of you out there right now have recently felt like the pressure of life is just too much to handle, please keep going. Because he's here. And he's worth it. There's also unlock everything codes for Cool Borders 3 and a big head, which also applies to Cool Borders 4 with unlock everything cheats and no big head, which is a shame, but it does make up for that by having a cheat called I'm Special.
Okay.
And you know what? Yes, you are, because this is the only UK PS1 game I own that has a coloured cardboard outer sleeve for absolutely no reason at all. Cool borders that are so cool it needs a jacket. There's other sports games that benefit from these kinds of cheats too, like Cyber Tiger, a game based on Tiger Woods who didn't even need a book to cheat. Either way, it is great to just get straight into a multiplayer match with everything you need for a good time with no one single person wasting all of their time to unlock all of it. Not to mention, there isn't even a big head mode in this game because clearly it doesn't need one. This picture gave me sepsis, but the absolute best example for me personally is with Everybody's Golf 2, where you not only unlock all of the courses and characters, but of those characters, you get to play as Sir Dan from Medieval, Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal so that you can finally live in a society, and the best of the lot, Gex the Gecko. Playing golf as Gex and Sir Dan makes all of this worth it to me though. Who thought of including this, and can I have their address so I can send them a big snog? Go on, Dan, swinging a sword, swinging a golf club, it's all the same.
Tomato, tomato.
It's in the trap.
Oh no, god damn it, what the hell are we gonna do? Oh, come on.
That was weak.
Oh dear, no, he's in bits! How is it that Sir Dan only lost one eye when he went to war and died, yet all of his arms and legs fall off because he hit one shot over par on a golf course? Dan, speak to me!
Good enough.
What do you mean, you people? Arguably, though, the most useful cheat in this whole book is for Thrasher Skate and Destroy, where my name is Dingley. And if you pause the game, hold all the shoulder buttons, and keep hitting circle, you get unlimited points. That way you can finish the game without playing it and never touch it again. Either way, though, yeah, whether you want to unlock everything in Big Air, including the snowboard named Steve, or unlock everything in Cyber Tiger, including your own joints, these useful cheats are the ones for you.
Stop.
Spare a penny for polio.
Part 2. Part 2.
2?
Did I forget to edit part 2?
Whoops.
Did I upload this video knowing I didn't edit part 2, recorded voiceover about not editing part 2, and then forgot I didn't edit part 2?
Maybe.
Gasp. Well, fine. Let's edit the text in right now. Okay, that's better. Here we go. Part kite. Wait, that's not a number.
Hello, I'm
Spons!
Oh, Spons! I'm trying to work. I don't want money. Well, I do, so I don't care. This video has been sponsored by ExpressVPN. I'm sure you've all heard a lot about ExpressVPN over the years, but what exactly is a VPN? Well, VPN stands for Virtual P. Which is an app that encrypts and reroutes your online traffic through secure servers, making it an absolutely essential tool for anybody using the internet for private things you don't want any hackers getting their sausage fingers on. I don't mind eating hackers' fingers, but a VPN is much easier. Now, being a kite that flies through the sky, I tend to travel a lot by car, and that means I always find myself connected to public Wi-Fi in hotels and airports doing my various kite-themed cryptocurrency trading and reading the Daily Kite for all of my kite news. And that's why ExpressVPN is ideal for that scenario. When you're quickly signed up and switch it on with just a single click, you create a secure and encrypted tunnel between you and the internet, allowing you to sort your payments with Bank of America in complete safety, as well as change your virtual location in order to access region-locked films and TV shows on KiteFlix, and even prevent DDoS attacks during online gaming for your next online noob pooning session on FortKite. And even if you don't do any of that, you don't want people to watch what you're doing on Kite Hub, do you? Nowadays, it's easier than ever for hackers as young as 12 to get a hold of all of your information, and that's why I can't recommend ExpressVPN enough. Did I mention it's express? That means it's fast.
Very mature
and also, when you
12-year-old.
switch it on, it gives you a train. Now, you don't want online strangers stealing your data, and you don't want me seeing what you're doing so that I can judge you and then tell everyone in your family. So what are you waiting for? Secure your online data today by visiting expressvpn.com/caddy.
Or scan the QR code up there, but that's way too easy, so why don't you spell out the whole website?
That's ExpressVPN.com/. And you can find out how to get up to 4 extra months of this brilliant service for free. Once again, that's expressvpn.com/caddy. Yes, we heard you the first time. Now, please die. Sorry, I can't.
Part Swan. Leggy cheats. These are the cheats that don't give you everything you'd ever want on a plate, but exist to, you know, just give you a leg. Everybody loves a leg.
You mean like me?
No leg, it's just a metaphor.
Oh, really? What's a metaphor?
A metaphor is not a leg.
Oh, my mistake. Goodbye.
Bye.
If you love a game like Spyro 1 and desperately want to beat it yourself without skipping anything, but sadly just can't get past Toasty the Scarecrow, then don't fret. The leggy cheats are here. Just go... and then plop, 99 lives. That ought to give you a leg. Yeah, how do you like that? Bar mitzvah. And how about in Glover, the only game that makes bodily noises whenever you enter codes in on the pause menu? You know when you're just playing Glover like you normally would, and then, oh shit, the ball is gone because this game is Glover, and that's what the ball does in Glover? Well, don't worry, just type a quick pause code in, and presto, the ball is back. Sorry, Adolf. Pandemonium 2 allows you to do the same thing as Spyro by just giving you extra lives in case you need a leg. And Time Crisis gives you a small cheat menu by shooting the middle loop of the R and then the middle of the crosshairs twice on the start menu, not only allowing you to get 9 extra lives, but also unlimited continues and no reloading necessary.
That's beautiful.
So long as you have the American version, I think, maybe. Because I shot more times in the middle of these points than any American ever could, and yet the cheat menu never appeared. Maybe that's what Lee Harvey Oswald was looking for. The other guy just got in the way. Considering right above this cheat in the book, there's also another one for easy mode that just so happens to be for the Japanese version only. That just goes to show that this game's cheats probably give you the biggest leg of them all. Up your ass. Cooler World, a hidden gem 3D puzzle game. It doesn't give you extra lives or whatever else because the game is over when your score falls below 0. So instead, you can just keep adding 30,000 to your point score to allow you to keep on going solving the puzzles. And if that isn't enough for you, you can activate invincibility, which I know sounds more game-breaking than just a little bit helpful, but all it does is stop your ball from being popped by spikes. As far as solving the trippy perspective flipping 3D labyrinths go, it's still not easy even with invincibility. Look, this is a game about you physically altering gravity. I won't blame you for activating any of these cheats. You've even got to flip gravity around to read the manual. This game doesn't like you. Bollocks to it. Not only that, there's even a cheat for Cooler World that lies to you. Oh, a power pill sounds great, doesn't it? And all I have to do to get one is right circle, L2 circle, R1 circle, square circle all over the carpet. Well, this is what the power pill does to you.
Intoxication.
And while you're at
Got
it, activate motion blur on the bonus levels as well.
Why?
This reminds me of the time I was 16, walking through the park at night, and someone came up to me and asked, "Would you like Mandy?" And I said, "Who's that?" The original Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, has a pretty straightforward couple of cheats that don't even require a pause to do. And then, as if by magic, you've got full magic. You might want to upgrade your magic first, though. Even a full blood refill as a last resort, just in case you needed it, without going too over the top with powerful cheats. But maybe it's not extra health that you need for a little leg. How about this code in... Oh, that's not a code. That's my real leg. Oof, how embarrassing. How did that clip get in here? How about this code in Ape Escape that gives you the ability to collect 99 explosive rounds for your slingshot, the most useful ammo in the game for knocking out dangerous monkeys from a distance? Well, with a quick pause, a button combination, and then you can then get 99 explosive rounds. Well, I mean, you have to collect the remaining 90 yourself. It doesn't just give you the ammo straight away. It makes your wallet bigger. But look, I can prove it works because usually you're only allowed 9, and I have 11, which means I can get another 88 whenever I want.
If you
well,
find
it's the only cheat for the game in here, so that's all you're getting. Shut up. How about in the original and first Worms? You can get yourself a little leg up against the last surviving 2 members of the Beatles by unlocking banana bombs and exploding sheep right then and there without going too overpowered. And I have always wanted to throw an exploding banana at Ringo Starr.
What has happened to me?
Have you ever heard of the Paul is dead theory? Well, it's true.
No.
And it was like exploding sheep. And you can even do something similar in Resident Evil Director's Cut. Exploding sheep and bananas. I mean the idea of still actually playing the game properly, but just getting a foot up instead of complete invincibility for Chris. Even though I'd like to treat him to that because...
Chris is our old partner, you know.
If you'd like to get double of every item you pick up, just hold right on the D-pad for a while on the skill select screen, wait for a nice green, and there you go. Double items and a little driving lesson. This is the ultimate definition of a leg as well, because even though you can get double of every item you pick up, to reap those benefits, you still need to play at the hardest difficulty, not the easiest. So you're not completely unstoppable, even though my disc does like to stop.
Hey, what's going on?
Barry, do something. Stop admiring the wood paneling. It's very old. Is that enough for you? Do something.
There we go.
Final Fantasy VIII is also in this book, but it doesn't have
guys.
any cheats technically written down. Instead, it gives you every answer you need for the SEED tests that allow you to make more money throughout the game if you ace them properly. And you have all of your favorite test answers you need in here, like nini nin, ini nini, in nin, and nini. You still actually have to play the game and be good at like 99% of it. So to have the solutions to this one element of the game is not a blemish if you ask me. Nobody plays Final Fantasy VIII to take an exam. They play it to watch Squall turn into a urinal. If you'd like a couple of games that have an insane amount of leggy cheats ready for you to leg all over the place, there's always Tenchu 2.
Hold on. I miss the Tenchu series. Oh my gosh. Please bring it back. I think the last one I played was Tenchu for the PS3. Was it Z? Was that it? Where you can customize your own ninja. I used to play that for hours on end. In fact, that's the game that made me learn how to be patient. I misplay this game. Please bring it back. That's all I ask.
Tenchu 2 gives you a lot of options which you can pick and choose between, which is perfect if you'd like to decide what you actually need for some help, rather than suck all the fun out and give you everything all at once. You can have access to a full map with a very easy code on the map screen, as well as a few easy codes on the item screen and pause menu giving you all available items, or adding one extra of all the items you currently have, or even just restoring your health to full. Healing.
Yum.
Warcraft 2 is very similar in that sense as well. Go to the password screen and then pick and choose between more gold, oil and timber, all spells and full mana, more building options available at the very beginning, fast building, fast wood chopping, access to a complete map, and also lose level.
But why?
It also has the best password fail noise I've ever heard. Sounds like my nose. For another RTS game example, if you could even call it that, there's SimCity 2000, where the literal only cheat in this book to give your leg a little rub is by allowing you to take any bonds you want at 0% interest for my lovely city of Hernyard, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's insanely helpful and still allows you to play the game enough to an extent where you don't need to feel bad about expanding your housing bubble until only millionaires can live in it. Okay. I just need to make one thing clear. This is a really long poll. And when you start going down the rabbit hole of retro video game cheats, it can get very overwhelming, and people can accuse you of being a bad G-word, which is why I decided to...
Caddy, are you cheating?
Oh no! It's the bull, fox, bear, pig, cow, deer, dog, wolf, rat! How did you find me?
Oh, he's gone. Part the third. Why even...
I beg your... What was that?
Rat! Oh no! It's the bull, fox, bear, pig, cow, deer, dog, wolf, rat! How did you find me?
Oh, he's gone. Part the third. Why even bother, you swine cheats? Look, I do get that you're likely looking at a cheat book either because A, you're struggling, B, you're a girl who just wants to have fun, or C, you suck. But these cheats available for the following list of games I honestly just don't get any personal enjoyment from. They give you too much power that doesn't feel like an earned reward or anything. Just immediately having everything at once doesn't do much for me. It's that moment after you pick up and hold your newborn for the first time. It's like, what do you do with it now? We're talking about the super cheats. Now, I'm not an anti-cheat guy whatsoever. Far from it. Cheating is fantastic. Just ask Lance Armstrong, Dream, or Dave Grohl. But as good as these God mode cheats are, and how much I would love for them to come back just for the hell of it, there's only so much satisfaction I can personally get out of just putting some button combinations in Crash 1 and then completing everything 100% immediately. You can't even save your game after you put that cheat in, so what's the point? And once you've put it in, you never even get to see Crash get fully erect. Why would you do that to yourself? Alien Trilogy, Tony Hawk Skateboarding, Army Men Air Attack featuring bees, Livewire, Spec Ops Stealth Patrol, War Games, the action-packed all-out Frag Fest. You want to use another word there, Chief? Asterix, MTV Sports Skateboarding, Fighting Force 2.
got some,
Tastes like beef. All of those games listed above just give you one-off cheats that unlock everything for you all at once alongside unlimited everything and invincibility, or just give you level codes that give you 100% completion. Like I said earlier, this only works for me in multiplayer racing or fighting games. In mostly single-player adventures or games of skill, I don't know why you just make yourself indestructible to a point of the game playing itself, or have the game literally complete itself. There's no catharsis, and that's saying a lot considering I coughed up some catharsis this morning. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like it in KKND Crossfire when this fierce chap is walking too close to my square leather hull, but I still want to feel like I did something myself to stop him. By the time you hit unlock all levels in Tony Hawk 1, that means it's all done, so there's nothing to really do after you go back into the level you just unlocked. What would one get out of this? Aside from another big head mode. In slow motion. In Siphon Filter, the book gives you a cheat for all weapons and one-hit kill. Why bother running around town with a grenade launcher when you can just as easily spit on everyone with one shot of a potato gun? And as for Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands, first of all, its title is so long that the trademark symbol nearly overlaps the serial number, and secondly, the super cheat mode is so broken that they even give you a shame code to send you back to the previous level. Oh, I know what you can do. You can play catch. In fact, I'd say the best game in the book for an unlock absolutely everything super cheat is with Disney's Dinosaur, because when you go to the main menu and input the code, it doesn't do anything. Serves you right. Play it properly. You don't want to miss out on...
I'll have a look.
That's not to say that I don't like any super cheats though, far from it. They can have their uses, such as in Oddworld Abe's Exodus, where you can jump to any stage you'd like, but more importantly, you don't have to do that, and instead can use the super code in order to watch all of the FMV that the game has. The exact same goes for Ghost in the Shell too, and even Warhammer Dark Omen, the sequel to the ever popular and highly praised Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat.
I don't have a mouse trap big enough for that.
I like cheese. You may all laugh at me with your YouTubes and your electric cars, but let me ask you this. When the streaming giants eventually collapse and the only way to watch PS1 full motion video anymore is by having the games they come from, a console to play them on, and a cheat book to put in a code longer than a bus to watch them, who will be laughing then? Well, not me. Because when I see this again, I'll end up offing myself. Ultimately, though, with these kinds of cheats, they can get a bit too bloated to a point of just not being fun anymore. What's the point of unlocking everything in Freestyle Scooter so that you never actually need to play it? Don't you want to unlock the levels yourself and catch some fat air? No, that's very insensitive. He prefers to be called Chubby Air. What is a major piss-off to me, though, is that there are over 24 games in this book with super cheats that can be abused, no doubt, but at the very least split their super god powers up into separate cheats so that you don't need to have absolutely everything if you don't want it, or just want to skip the current level you're on, or even pick the level you'd like to unlock up to instead of just having it all for yourself on a platter of fish and fish. Death Trap Dungeon, Meg. Blade, Global Domination, Urban Chaos made by Mucky Foot, Colony Wars Vengeance, Colony Wars Red Sun, Army Men Sarge's Heroes featuring Sarge, Riff, Hoover, Shrap, Thick, and Very Small Real Woman. Army Men Sarge's Heroes 2, featuring all the gang, but someone is missing. I know where. In his mouth. And I know what you're thinking. Caddy, Slay Queen, Yas. I know that this is a sequel that has to move along with the times, and there is a woman in it now, which is very progressive, but why is everybody still the same color? Well, don't be so judgmental, they have thought about that, and there's actually more representation on the back. See? Now there's Beige, Tarzan, GTA 2, LMA Manager, Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge. Who was Swampy in Frogger 1? That car, Hercules, Bugs Bunny Lost in Time, which in fairness does let you pick how much stuff you want to unlock, but also lets you put a code in at the very beginning of the game to skip immediately to the final cutscene. You beat it. Wow, you are good. That is lovely. You're diabetic. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Croc. G-Police. G-Police 2 Weapons of Justice, like the bioweapon that gives you a nice rash on your mouth. Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 3, Tomb Raider 4, Tomb Raider 5.
Where's Tomb Raider 2? It's not in there.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. War of the Worlds, Danger Girl. The hottest action game of all time with the hottest font. Comic Sans. Legacy of Kain. Army Men 3D. The Fear Effect, Xena Warrior Princess, Apocalypse starring
Okay,
Bruce
to be fair.
Willis. It's the end of the world.
I used to play the crap out of Xena, and I blame my mother for having us watch Xena and Hercules when we were kids. God, I miss those days.
Warrior Princess, Apocalypse starring Bruce Willis. It's the end of the world as we know it, and he feels bored. Heart of Darkness, Medieval, Medieval 2, Critical Depth. Can you take the pressure? No, that's why I'm cheating. Bye. Forsaken, Theme Hospital, The Fifth Element, Nightmare Creatures 2. All of these games in the book feature those kinds of cheats that at least give you a choice on what you want to overpower yourself with without compromising on everything else that makes the game fun. Even the Gex games managed this balance with its cheats, despite the fact you can spam reward yourself as many remotes as you want. Not to mention, Gex 3 even gives you the extra bonus of being able to play as the butler, and gives you the chance to force Gex to talk on command in case he didn't talk enough for you. Jungle love is driving me mad. At least this is the UK dub. I can listen to Cat from Red Dwarf talking about his tail for hours.
It's tail time. I used to walk that way, but the chafing's much better now. Tell me honestly, are my legs getting bandy? Prince Andrew, what an honor.
Okay, maybe not that one.
Your arm was around her waist.
Yes.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
Why would people not believe that you were there with her that night?
I want to lick it, but I know my tongue will get stuck.
Gex 2 lets you
Flabbergasted. Oh, I miss this. I miss him.
do the same thing, and I think this would usually be considered a bad thing, but again, it is the UK dub, so instead I'm very happy about it.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond. Ding dong. The things I do for crispy duck. Darling, sweetie.
Or if you're stuck with the US dub, just use the debug menu and turn off his voice entirely while keeping all of the other sound effects. Cleanse me of all musics. Another anomaly of a cheat for Gex 2 specifically, though, is known as rambling mode, where every time Gex says something, he'll repeat the final word or sound he makes a random amount of times, just like
hoo-ha, hoo-ha. There's plenty more where this came from. I'm yours. Just getting my kicks.
And then there are my two favorite quotes. This one.
I feel sick.
And this one.
Darling.
Too right, Gex. Do you have any last words before we move on?
Hey, there's a card in here for a good time called ISIS.
Abe's Odyssey is another one that benefits from cheats that aren't completely game-breaking, such as automatically mimicking the passwords from the guards in the Mosaic Lines level without even getting the password correct, and being able to see all FMV on a new menu. But more importantly, where there was no gas before, you can now see your farts and they're green. Then, all world conflict ceased to be. And everyone was happy. By the way, Nightmare Creatures 2 is supposed to have a cheat that lets you walk through walls, but I swear to Christ it doesn't work. I inputted the code in exactly the way it tells you. I see things pop up on the screen like Castell and Hospital, and yet I could never walk through the walls. How dare you, Nightmare Creatures 2? Why do you have to lead me on like that? If you get me to this point, you're practically implying yes. With super cheats though, there are some exceptions in the book that do provide me with potentially more enjoyment than the base game alone, and they are with GTA 1 and GTA London. GTA 2 has a few good cheats, but these two games specifically go above and beyond with what they give you, what you can choose to activate without ruining the experience, and even if you do activate everything all at once, It's an open sandbox game. And you know what they say about sandboxes? Not even a poo can ruin them. Unlimited ammo for weapons, body armor, extra cash, instant maximum wanted level, no police at all, get out of jail for free. This stuff makes sense in games like this. And you're so powerful, you don't even have to ruin any innocent pedestrian's day by carjacking them. You set them on fire instead. I'm not sure what's better though, the cheats working in the game or the actual cheat names themselves. Eat this, the shit, blow me, Satan lives, and bastard. Like, if you want a permanent 5-time score booster in GTA 1, you start a new game and name your save file excrement. Excrement! I would honestly go to university, study game development, and learn how to code just so I could create my own game and let you unlock unlimited ammo by naming yourself Runny Fecals. But ultimately, for me, cheat menus are just a little bit too been there, done that. It's stuff I've already seen before. It's like me getting a dick pic. Means nothing to me. I see my own one all the time, when it's warm. So, if you're like me, and cheat menus don't quite scratch the itch, well, need more cheats?
Yeah.
Oh yes, luckily, if this book itself wasn't enough for your 230 PS1 games you definitely own, then we can have a sexy lady to help us out, being all sexy with her fish hair. Call me 24/7, I've got what you need. Well, that's convenient, because I was just looking for square collarbones and a gun. And so long as you live in the UK and you have a cellular telephone on Orange Mobile, you can give this number a call to hear all of her dirty secrets, like,
call to this number are barred from your phone. Goodbye.
Now, I'm sure you're all dying to know, why should you pay for cheats when you can get these kinds of books for free alongside a hippin' dippin' magazine that your parents don't understand because they're squares? Does that mean that you actually are paying for the cheat book and the magazine is a free gift because it's a massive crap? Does that mean that the cheats that are in the free books for the magazines are actually worse than the ones that you can pay for with your own money on the telephone? Well, why don't we have a look and see for ourselves? The magazine that my Buzz cheat book that doesn't feature Buzz came from was an unofficial fan publication known either as Planet PlayStation or PlayStation Planet, depending on your preference in lover. It has budget games, massive guides, break-in news, and it's the only magazine with total PlayStation attitude. Get out of my room! This book in particular was apparently a free gift in issue 33 of this magazine. And I gotta say, I spent months scouring the internet, setting up Google keywords and eBay keywords, waiting for an alert to pop up on somebody selling it, and came up completely empty. The closest I could get was this one, issue 34. And issue 33 doesn't seem to exist anywhere. Did this piss book manifest itself from the piss dimension? Where's issue 33? I can't find it. Ooh, it makes me as mad as him.
Grr. Woof.
Okay, I'm fine. If this is the best I can do, then we might as well take a quick look while we're here. What's going on in this magazine, then? Oh, no. I guess seeing all the toddlers in McDonald's pushed him over the edge. Unique logos and tones for your mobile that will make you go... Beware, this game is not for the faint-hearted. Ooh, thank goodness. I'm glad I'm not the only one scared of men standing alone in dark rooms looking at a... thing. Cardswap.com. Pokemon are a load of pants. I want Dragon Ball Z cards. Pants with a capital P. Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. Bunny hops, wheelies, flares, and bar spins. It's gotta be Matt Hoffman. Hello, I'm Matt, spelled in the same way as the thing you wipe your shoes on. I'm very excited about my game. Please buy my game. You are a planet. Dude, wait, what's this? I can win my very own PS2 from GameStation? Sign me up. Oh, and while I'm here, can I also win GameStation? Hi, I'm Linda. I have legs.
Hi, legs.
And I want you to join
Linda?
me in the lay zone. Oh dear, what happened to the unlimited cheats lady? Somebody ran her over. I can't pretend to be happy while you look like this. How do you expect me to enjoy the tone of the week now? Ride Wit Me by Nelly featuring City Spud. Can my rap name be Urban Potato? Oh man, this has got to be the most early 2000s thing I think I've ever seen. Join the text party and get texting today. It lists 9 steps for you to get into a group chat and say hello, and then it costs 50p for every new text you send afterwards.
Group chats were a thing. I forgot about that.
Spider-Man 2, Enter Electro. We get our sticky fingers on Spidey's part faux Earth. Oh, that's a bit cool, I suppose, cheats. These are the cheats in the book that I think are just kinda neat. They're not necessarily helpful and not necessarily there to blow your head off, but are really sweet little bonuses that make you say to yourself, well, that's a neat cheat. I call them neats. You know, the kind of things like in Crash Bash, where you can access a demo of Spyro 3 by holding a few buttons down on the Sony Entertainment screen. Have you ever played through all of Final Fantasy IX, got to the very ending, watched all of the credits, waited until the end appeared on the screen, and said to yourself, God damn, I sure wish there was a stupid long sequence of buttons I could press so I could play blackjack right now? Well, now you can. Well done, you mad box of... Or similarly, in the Asteroids remake, by putting a code in the main menu, you get to play the original Asteroids, which even has its own cheat menu. How cool is that? Or in the original Cool Borders, where you go to the options menu and, I quote, press select loads of times, about 40, then you'll hear this noise. And all of a sudden, the game's announcer sounds a little bit different.
Ready! Ready!
Why was this locked behind 40 repeated button presses on the options menu? I know. But I'm not going to tell you. Then there's Typhoo, Wrath of the Tiger, where with a simple button combination during the gameplay, you can turn on Crazy Blood, the closest thing the PS1 has to the infamous Mortal Kombat Super Nintendo blood code. It doesn't change anything about the game, except now the standard level of blood you'd expect to see from a snake with arms ends up being closer to a garden sprinkler full of jam, all without changing the 11+ age rating. Blood is very good for you kids, and you can see more of it right now if you head to the kitchen and do it. Sorry everybody, avenging my Kung Fu Tiger clan will have to wait. I'm too busy fixing the burst plumbing at the Heinz factory.
Why
The most
every time I keep
type
trying to
neat
drink?
to me, though, are all the extra skins and character options across multiple games, and this book has a ton of them. Just like in 007 Racing, the classic game where you get to race around with all of James Bond's most famous cars, and her on a piggyback. Most of the cheats for this game in the book aren't very neat at all because you need to become a professional speedrunner to unlock them, but one cheat in particular is not only neat, but uniquely fourth wall breaking. By following the book, you put a sequence of buttons on the start screen and make this happen. You also unlock the Aston Martin Vantage for multiplayer, but who cares? I just want to tickle the start screen. That's not what's neat, though. What makes this cheat extra neat is that this one in particular was staring at you the entire time. On the front cover of the game, on the license plate. A cheat code on the front cover? But that's not a cheat book, it's a front cover. In Hogs of War, you can get access to an entire extra secret team of pigs known as Team Lard by just naming your save file differently, alongside getting access to all of the game's FMV by naming the file What a Pork.
Oh, observe how well-made weapon operates.
Oh dear. Did you ever want to play as the classic All-Stars team in ISS Pro 98? Well, don't be such a foosball and get kicked around by my feast. Use a code on the mode selection screen. How about in Street Fighter Collection, where you can get access to Akuma in Super 2 Turbo with a simple button combination when selecting Ryu, and even Evil Dude Ryu in Alpha 2 Dash. Ryu's dark alter ego that you don't want to upset. Or else he'll make you play a shitty game. Fun fact, if you watch my videos on your phone while pressing the like button and subscribe button, and then commenting my nickname Caddy at the same time, nothing happens.
Really?
Oh no, my evil twin brother Baddie appeared. Hello everyone, I love being evil. Ooh, why I order. I'll get you one day, Baddie, mark my words. No you won't, I'm a menace, and you can't catch me. Darn, I nearly had him. Did you ever play Need for Speed Porsche 2000 and say to yourself, oh boy, I sure do love Porsche and driving Porsches in this Porsche game, but gee, I wish I could have more Porsches. Well, that's nice, and luckily there's a cheat for you that can do that. You've pushed yourself to the edge. Now drive over it. That is awful advice. Did Richard Hammond write it? Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX is a game that I'm very good at because it doesn't slow down or lag and lets you land every trick without a sweat. But you know what could possibly make this even better? That's right, a code to play as Amish Boy. Oh wait, you have to beat the game 10 times. Well, that's not very Christian of you, is it? Okay, scratch that. There is another character unlock here. A code to play as Slim Jim, the mascot of the snack food of the same name. Because the first thing that comes to my head when I think BMX is thin sausage. What's your favorite style of Slim Jim? Style 1, Style 2, Style 3, Style 4, or Style 5. To be honest, I'm very happy about this because I can relate to old Jimmy here. We both have the same name, we both are quite slim, and we're both named after cured deli meats. There's another game known as Supercross 2001, which also has character unlock codes for secret characters. 3 to be precise. Billy Ray Mud Mullet, Hot Tub Harvey, and Astronut. Fun fact, he was the original planned mascot for the PS5 back in 2001, but he was scrapped at the last minute after Sony realized Astronut's Playroom wouldn't work as a kid's game. If secret character unlocks aren't really your thing though, then don't worry. The book has you covered with a couple of games like Formula 1 98 officially licensed games. Not only does this game feature commentary from the world-famous Jewel, but the cheats here can unlock a fair few super secret tracks for you to race on. And then, in Ridge Racer Revolution, you don't get any immediate unlock cheats for new cars or tracks, but instead the ability to adjust the weather of each track you race on by not doing anything on the opening Gallagher minigame. Now that is really neat, as I always say whenever I write it down and have to read it. It also tells you that by holding down L1 and R1 on the main menu, you can move the spotlight around. Look at me go. Not to mention, isn't this also neat? You can unlock all the extra cars and a thing called Buggy Mode, which can only be unlocked by getting 100% on the intro Gallagher minigame. Sounds difficult, right? Well, it is, but luckily there's also a cheat that gives your Gallagher ship a nippy bastard laser to make that no problem at all. Look, there you go. You did perfect. You on your own. Now you have all of the cars, and now they're all portly. I love this. Wee, urine. You also activate this thing called spin mode with a cheat on the start line. Once activated, on certain turns around the track, you'll now be allowed to spin in full circles multiple times for bonus points. Pretty neat. There are also a few other games with neat cheats that don't just fall into the secret characters category alone, like with Silent Hill, where you can hold all the shoulder buttons in the options menu to access hidden options that can drastically alter the game. Toggle auto aiming on and off, mess around with how walking and running works, mess around with how the camera works, which I definitely could have done with. And my favorite, customize the blood color. First of all, I appreciate that because when I saw this moment, I really thought Silent Hill stepped over the line and I wouldn't have been anywhere near as scared if it was all green. And second of all, once you pick the right colors, suddenly nobody around you is scaring you with hyper-realistic blood anymore. They've all just got a phlegmy cough. Bust a Move 4 is a game about popping bubbles, and it has some neat cheats in the book that offer you a variety of different extra bonuses. Stuff such as an entire extra set of puzzles to play, 6 extra characters to play as, and a talking demo option where you can cosplay as Richard Nixon and jack the phone lines to listen in on different conversations between 2 characters like Bub and Bob, Marino and Brum, and Tam Tam and Gurr. Hey Bob, have you found a rainbow bubble? Yes, you got it. But I will not give it to you. What? Why do you make such an effort to protect your bubbles? I need bubbles to keep myself shining. Bye then. I always get what I want. You can't get my bubbles so easily. Youth can sometimes be fatal. Sorry kids, you're gonna die, I guess. Okay, so that was fun, but this is my favorite absolutely pointless bonus I've ever seen in a video game. A tarot card reading mode, where a new selection opens up for you in the options menu that will reach out to your soul from the TV to describe you and your love life. This is gonna be good. Wait, but I'm not Jewish. How did it do that? 1. Past. You were going to win his or her heart. You had no regret about your chase of ideal love. Confidence helped your love. This is very accurate. Okay, good start. 2. Present. It cannot be helped. The ending of the love is approaching.
Caddy.
Oh. But this means the beginning of a new love. Don't turn around. Okay, fine. Not the best outcome, but not a complete washout. Thanks for the advice. Death upright. What, like a horse? 3. Near future. There will be a time to make a decision to build up a good relationship between you and him or her. Nothing will seem to be a hardship. No need to hesitate. Happiness will lie in front of you. Okay, good to know. I'm writing it down. Leave my fiancé, leave my stepkids, my love will flourish and everything will get easier. 4. goal or purpose. However hard you worked, you could not gain his or her love. Hang on, wait, what? Perhaps you hadn't made enough efforts, or maybe you were not willing to. No, but you said that I wouldn't have any hardships. How can I work hard when there's no work? 5. As others see you, you could not gain love because you did only common things. All right, okay, hold on a moment, Jacob Rees-Mogg. What are you trying to say? You must not have admitted yourself as a loser before you fought. This is the worst dating profile I've ever made. 6. As you see yourself, you were anxious about the unreliable love and had lost concentration on love. Yeah, can you blame me? 7. Outcome. Oh Christ, how is this all gonna end? Incredibly, things were getting better. The great power of fortune led you to happiness.
How?
Form a line, ladies. So there you have it, everybody. Buster Move 4 knows me better than I know myself. And all it took was me being confident in finding love, then losing all of it when I never even found it in the first place, then finding a new girlfriend and having an easy life, then losing her because I had an easy life, then being a boring, lonely man, then give up on love and happiness, and then get everything I ever wanted and being happy.
No.
My new book, How to Pull Chicks, is coming out. Street Fighter EX2 is another game with some exclusive hidden cheat code bonuses. Not just with being able to play as Garuda, Kairi, Hayate, and Shadow the Hedgehog, but also with 4 extra bonus minigame modes that I'm pretty sure are only unlockable with cheats, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know this game. Don't correct me, I really, really don't care. It is nice that there are already things available in the bonus menu for you, but to be honest, barrel and watch barrel replay don't sound too thrilling, so I'm happy to unlock other things like Excel Break, a minigame in which I have no idea what I'm doing. In fact, if you don't know how EX2 works at all, this might as well be called Blurry Spasm Mode. And even though I had no clue what was going on, apparently there were still 3 people worse than me, causing me to come 7th. And my name is Wig. Another bonus game here is called Satellite Fall.
Time up.
I can't do it. And God, did I try. Lord, how I tried. And I got so close to winning, but I wasn't quite good enough. And unfortunately, the entire world broke in half. Oops. It's okay, though, because even though the world ended, I still came 5th. And my name is... Bag. Well, hey, in my defense, if I'm a Street Fighter, then I think I won, because all of the streets lost. The third minigame is called Versus Bison 2. And I'm going to pick Bison for it, so I can't possibly lose.
Okay, that sounds...
Oh, okay, well, you didn't tell me Bison 2 was a crocodile. Obviously, I didn't win this mode. I suck at Street Fighter, and I have absolutely no idea how to avoid any of his nonsense. In fact, I only managed to hit him 1 single time.
At least
right in the nads. The bonus minigame I was most excited for, though, was Maniac Mode. I thought to myself, goodness, what could this possibly all be about? It sounds hilarious. And for such an amazing sounding mode, I have to pick someone with an amazing sounding name. So I went with... Area. I'm sad to report, though, that this mode isn't anything that mental. It's just one of those combo activation challenge modes. And again, since I'm absolutely useless at this game, I couldn't get past the first combo challenge, even though I did know how to activate the first move, Great Cancer. Hey, blame the game, not me.
Wow. Ooh, historical.
There are whispers from an age long lost to the cruel sands of time. An age of discovery, an age of nobility, yet an age of foolishness. An age where even the most steadfast of men would be driven to insanity and even death by the seductive allure of a promise. Far, far away in the haziest fog of the Atlantic. A promise that would later be told in myth and legend, and a promise that would give countless sailors the courage to risk their bodies and their minds in order to obtain the cheat code to see Lara Croft naked on the PlayStation.
Sadly, that cheat code was never real, and everybody ruined their relationships for the sake of trying to see these, when all you had to do was go out and buy a book to look at tourist destinations in Egypt. But that doesn't mean you couldn't get anywhere near some breets with some extra neat costume cheats that you could eat on the PS1, and one example is in International Track and Field 2. But first, I have to pick a country. French. My name is Bonjour, and what you have to do here is highlight the sport that you want, enter a button sequence, and then your competitor gets a new costume for that event, like a superhero costume displaying all the colours of France. Then the event begins, he doesn't try at all, comes in last place, flies away, and still qualifies. A typical day for the French. But hang on a second, this is just silly, not a horn. Well, don't worry, because the exact same code works across most of the other sports, and particularly in the swimming events, where you can get all of the women stripped down to another regular piece of swimwear. Well, in fairness, you can see a lot more skin than you would otherwise, and those outfits do not leave anything up to the imagination. Look at the hip bones on her. You could cut a steak with them. And how about this lady's arms? Is she a woman or an aeroplane? Nothing else crazy happens for the rest of the event aside from just the fact that they are now in bikinis, but right at the final moment before the results screen, the replay does have this. Absolutely lovely. I think I ate this at my last roast dinner. Don't worry though, I hear you. These aren't that controversial. I do understand, so let's crank it up a notch. How about we take a quick peek at a cheat in the book for Cool Borders 2, the controversial sequel where they decided to include a little snowboarding pixie guardian. Now, according to the book, this cheat allows you to unlock, and I quote, pervy outfits, cause you're a right perv, aren't you, me old mucker? Down the chippy. Once you've inputted the code correctly, you start a freestyle match, and then suddenly, the two female characters get some alternative costumes. Cindy dressing up in a very skimpy leather outfit, and Irene dressing up as a German. There's also a few extra naughty choices on top of these, but I mean, come on, you've got to go snowboarding in a thong. Dominatrixes on a snowboard is a very specific kink of mine, and god damn it, I want to live it. Look at this. Look at this. It's glorious. I wasn't sure what to expect, but this does not disappoint even slightly. 10 out of 10. How protective is it? Okay, I think we've had enough fun. Let's try another track. Is the game watching me? For the final example of this in the book, we have this game here, named after my favorite shop down the street, Lemon's 24 Hours. If you would like to feel a little bit better about yourself after you fail a race, then you're in luck, because by naming yourself Jackpot, whenever you see the try again screen, there'll be a right woof standing on the side, doing an impression of a skateboard ramp. This is great, isn't it? What a tame and stupid thing to just not have in your game to begin with. And the fact that you have to name yourself Jackpot makes it all the funnier. Yeah, man, I hit the jackpot today. When I was playing PlayStation, I got to see a picture of a woman standing away from me. Get it? Let's finish this section off with one final game in the book full of neat cheats for alternate costumes and voice clips that aren't all sticky, and that is in the cult classic Marvel Superheroes, the game that got the glowing review, "Nothing can prepare for the explosion that is Marvel Superheroes," from the well-known professional review company, A Game Fan. If you'd like to play as Thanos in this game, no worries. In a few seconds and a little button combination on the character select screen, now you can, and you don't even need to pay $4.99 for him. Oh no, wait. Who turned on the smooth jazz? No, turn it off! Turn it off now! You know how much Thanos likes show tunes. He can't control himself if he hears lounge music. If you don't switch it off, he won't be able to stop himself clicking along with the trumpets!
Nope. Bye. Caddy?
Hello, boys and girls. I want you to play a very fun game with me.
Okay.
Yes? I've lost my best friend, and I need your help to find him. So, boys and girls, where's Caddy?
He's home, so why don't we move on to...
Oh,
thank God! The post is here! I haven't seen you in ages. Have you been delivering a lot of letters?
Delivery, what is it? A CD that you put in your PlayStation and then use it to activate even more cheats across even more games. Oh, God. From the makers of Explorer, Exploder. That's a stupid name. What? Does that mean that when you play the game in the console, it explodes?
Poof.
Yes. I have 2 of these discs from the Exploder company. The first one, Pocket Power Station Exploder Cheat CD, and its sequel, Pocket Power Station Exploder Cheat CD. I know these aren't cheat books and don't give you codes, but I don't know when I'm ever going to look at these things ever again. And these particular discs I have actually come for free in another magazine, much like my precious little piss book. So as far as I'm concerned, it still fits the theme of free cheats. And if you disagree, then you're a peed. These are really cool little snippets of console game history, because similar to something like Game Genie on the old Nintendos, these discs don't just give you a list of button combinations or anything. They're actual software that interacts with the game titles programmed into it by adding lines of code to change how the gameplay variables operate. You activate the cheats you want to use for the listed game, hit go, and then while the PS1's internal console memory suspends the cheat commands, you take out the cheat disc, swap it with the actual game disc you chose to cheat on, and then as if by magic, you suddenly have 23 million credits in Gran Turismo 2 before you even have a driving license, and the Sunday Cup Racing Trophy is already yours. I'm not even braking around the corners, I am crashing on purpose. I'm just that rich that it doesn't matter. By the way, I decided to take a look and see how much it would cost me to actually buy 23 million credits in Gran Turismo 7 on PS5. Oh, okay. It's not that much, actually. It's only £183. Just over $200.
No. Screen?
Well, that's not very good, is it? And much like magazines, it's a proper trip looking back at these, because the discs themselves even have ads preloaded onto them, including for the magazine that they came for free with. Power Station. 100% PlayStation, 0% fair. Well, why would I buy it then? And that's not all. There's also an ad for Gear magazine, for all of your monthly gear news and gear gossip. Didn't you hear? Gear is the magazine that takes no shit. No, you're right. It takes WD-40. Lots of the cheats on these discs are for games we've already found in the book, and some are for games that'll be in the book later on in this video. But a surprising amount of them are for games not in the book, like Digimon World. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon have the flosses. Change! Do I have a Digivice? No. Do I have friends? No. My name is Bendy. What's my Digimon's name? Bendy. Watch out, world. Here comes Bendy and Bendy, saving the day with maximum health, maximum attack power, all fire skills learnt immediately, and 99 metal bananas. Yeah, take that. Nobody here stands a chance in File City. I'm a kid, I think I should leave. And there's also some cheats on the disc for World's Scariest Policeman. Now, I figured this was just a fun little pretend game about pretend coppers committing pretend gross negligence and pretend sexism in the pretend Metropolitan Police, but I was way off. I had no idea this is a game based on a real-life show in the States. Real-life World's Scariest Police chases caught on camera with real criminals and lots of people getting hurt or killed, made into a video game for your greasy children. It seems a little insensitive to me, but I gotta say, I am really looking forward to the Jeffrey Dahmer video game from the team that made Manhunt. Even without cheats, I love this game. I don't even get the point. You just drive around being a policeman, point your finger at the next unsuspecting car who is now suddenly a criminal, and then stop him! He's resisting arrest! We have no choice! We must kill you now! After you do enough damage to the unwilling suspect and smash up half the city you're trying to protect, you then just leave the burned husk of a car behind on the road. Well done, Rozzers. Don't worry about the collateral damage. You put a very dangerous man in the ground today. He committed the terrible crime of being a car. Look, there is clearly a lot of corruption in the deep state of World's Scariest Police chases, so it's lucky that we have a cheat from this disc that allows us to have unlimited ammo. Brilliant. Why didn't anybody think of this before? Now all of our police problems are solved. It's weird though, because these discs could often provide you with even more ways to cheat in a game that normal button combination cheats from a book could never compete with. And yet, as far as I could tell from the discs that I have, none of these cheats appear to go anywhere near silly or ridiculous. They're mostly just stripping the code down and overriding it so that you can do the mundane, like completely freezing a timer in a character selection screen, or the complete other end and turn you into a rampaging invincible god with a space jump that makes you say, ugh, every 2/3 of a second. I wouldn't describe these disc cheats as cheats in the traditional sense, and more like hacks, since they don't appear to be built into the game at all, ready to be unlocked by you. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to access the unlimited Gatling gun in Resident Evil 3 at the start of the game with traditional cheats. But with this disc, now you can, and have access to all of the maps and files so that you can read all of the puzzle clues for the end of the game and not be able to do anything about it. Oh no, this game has explicit violence and gore?
I wonder why.
No, it doesn't. But it does now.
Oh.
More blood mode. I love this, but there should definitely be an additional content warning if you turn this hack on. This game contains scenes of explicit bolognese. But yeah, don't expect the outlandish and silly stuff like that all of the time. It's very uncommon. Like I said, these are more just completely game-breaking. The stuff that means that you never need to worry about playing the game properly anymore so that you can sit back and enjoy the computer graphics movie. Have you ever wanted to give Lara Croft unlimited air underwater, or manually adjust the firing rate of her pistol so she turns into a big-boobed sentry turret? Or give her an unlimited ammo rapid-fire revolver? Dude, you can even give Snake unlimited air in Metal Gear Solid. He's not Solid Snake anymore. He's Flaccid Fish. Oh no. Unlimited ammo and every gun too.
The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
Okay.
Totally invisible.
There is just one problem with hacking Metal Gear Solid though. It completely breaks.
Oh.
For some reason, the music plays 4 times the speed it should, the subtitles all overlap each other, and the cutscenes and codec conversations are...
Negative for 1 year turn to left. Purge the light. The dark.
Operated repeating that you is a red green
is the point of your code is this. We need to use owner.
nothing hits an active English. He must fly no
Get her or fatty. One's make come in the
Beep beep.
The
I'm not sure if this is some kind of built-in anti-piracy punishment, or if this is just what the cheats do as a side effect. Oh man, we're coming up to my favorite part. Do you guys all remember that classic moment where Snake sees Liquid in the Hind D helicopter? The 2 cheat discs I have are sadly considered sample discs, which I guess explains why they came for free with magazines, much like the book itself did. And looking into the built-in ads, it turns out they are actually a demo in and of themselves for a full disc version of this exploder thing, with over 6,000 cheats for your Playstemons. But that's the thing that you've got to pay for, and I'm not about that. We're sticking with what you can mangle your games with for free. So back to the book. Oh my face! Win a robot dog worth over £1,000? I've always wanted a robot dog. They're way better than this one. He doesn't even charge. I'm calling this number right now. Ring, ring. Hello? Oh no, wrong number.
A post. Hello. Welcome back. Bonk. Aww.
That was a postman Pat.
Got it.
What's this? Total PS1 attitude? Yeah. Just like this man. He's oozing it. Giant cheats poster. What do you mean? It's tiny. What?
Oh. If I could whistle, I would.
Oh.
Rawr.
These are cheats. I don't know what I was expecting, but even with the front cover telling me exactly what it was, didn't prepare me for the fear I now feel. What is this heap? Who asked for this? I want to know, because I will send it to your house with a packet of bird flu. I'm just, like... I'm speechless. This is the most useless thing I think I've ever seen. No, not just from video games, just everything, ever. I love it. It's my new favourite thing in the world. Who asked for it? Oh no, I can't beat this level. What do I do? Oh, I know. I'll consult the wall. How does it sound for you to need a cheat right then and there, and then need to stand up in order to get it? How are you supposed to get the code you want and input it while playing the game without losing it, while looking back and forth between the game and the wall? And what if the cheat code that you want to use doesn't end up working? Should you keep trying again because you thought you input it wrong? Or is it a fake cheat? Or is it because you just couldn't read the damn thing? I can barely even see the text unless I'm nose deep on top of it. Do you need a magnifying glass accessory that came for free with issue 31? And if you're sociopathic enough to want to use this as a poster and nothing else, if you have the thing put up properly, there's one entire section of the paper that's different from the rest of it, and it's sideways! This whole thing is taking 7 lefts to turn right. If the person who invented this idea isn't locked up, I'd love to say hi. This is inspiring. And the cherry on top of all of it is that if you don't want the Bible on a poster to use as a reference, then don't worry, there's an alternative end. You can always instead use a badly rendered ugly 3D man with 1/7 of a fringe. I've hit the jackpot. Stop the video there. Can't get any better than this.
Okay.
Wait.
The
postman used the post to post me a poster. Part of thoroughly unhelpful and debatably even cheats.
Okay. I think I'm going to do this in parts because, again, I didn't expect it to be 3 hours long. And I do have things to do, unfortunately. But I am going to continue this because, oh my gosh, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm living my childhood all over again. Now, most of these games I haven't even heard of, but they're still fun to look at. Maybe? Music? Maybe? Yes, please. No? Okay. Everything went awry. But yeah, no, I'm so gonna continue this. Let me actually write down my timestamp. Because, oh, music, where did you go? You were right there. No, go away. Thank you. Pen, where did you go? Okay, so I can't see anything. Anyways, thank you guys. I am we're gonna get back into this and we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Also, you can't see my eyes. My hair is in the way. But until next time, loves. Ta-ta!